Story and Sexuality of Elton John, or in full name, Sir Elton Hercules John, and his original name, Reginald Kenneth Dwight. He is a British singer, pianist, and composer. His unique blend of pop and rock styles turned him into one of the 20th century's biggest music icons. He was born on the 25th day of March, 1947, in Pinner, Middlesex, England. Reginald, at that time, discovered his passion for music, taught himself how to play the piano when he was only 4 years old. His parents were musicians. However, as he was still young, he developed a difficult relationship with his father, Stanley Dwight, whom was a member of the Royal Air Force. Meanwhile, his mother, Sheila Fairbrother, ever loved him so much that continued to support his love for music. Mother and son relationship would soon be strained when Sheila told John that he would never find true love because of his homosexuality. Add to the fact that his brother forced him to go something practical in life, a job that pays. Stanley suggested Reginald take banking. However, he still disagrees, so they clashed over and over. As he grew hatred from his family, he decided to excel at school by winning a scholarship to youth program at the Royal Academy of Music in London. Not soon later, his parents divorced when he was still a teenager, which is tragic considering he's still young. Reginald really wanted music and the urge of pursuing a pop music career, and much to his father's dismay, he dropped out of school at the age of 17 to follow his dream. He began playing with a group called Bluesology, in which he created his stage name, now known as Elton John, from the names of two members of the group. Reginald became Elton John. His career. If you're more interested on his milestones, I would just link the sources. His music career is vast, but the purpose of this video is to be informed to his success and his sexuality in the process. In 1967, John answered an advertisement for a songwriter for Liberty Records. He got the job and teamed up with the lyricist Bernie Taupin. They helped each other while writing songs for other artists. Not only until 1969, when John held the microphone with his first album Empty Sky, then later with his hits, notably Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, Your Song, Benny and the Jets, and especially Crocodile Rock. John was notable for his appearance. He was famous for his dress in his live performances, fabulous, over-the-top costumes, and glasses for his concert. He explained in an interview that he wasn't dressing as a sex symbol like David Bowie, Mark Bolan, or Freddie Mercury. He dressed for the crowd and for being humorous, because as he was playing the piano for 2 hours straight, he was going to make the people look at him anyway. And the reason why he is named Sir Elton Hercules John is because of Queen Elizabeth II making him a commander of the Order of the British Empire in 1994. However, at the height of his success, his mother Sheila contacted him and said to him that he was a disgrace and he would never find true love for homosexuality. This became hard for Elton, but this story wasn't publicized until 2009 and on the movie Rocketman, which is a film about the story of himself. In 1990, he began to establish his own charity organization named Elton John AIDS Foundation, which brought in millions of dollars to support HIV and AIDS programs around the world. He started to create these organizations because of his previous years of substance abuse issues. Sexuality. There were no sources leading to confirmation of his sexuality when he was still young. However, John's sexuality was not confirmed until he announced officially that he is bisexual in 1976. Bisexual people or bisexuality means sexually attracted not exclusively to people of one particular gender. In short, attracted to both men and women. He later married Renate Blauel, a German recording engineer, in 1984. This matter shocked the world, including his inner circle, since they were already convinced he was gay. However, the relationship wouldn't last in 1988 since the both of them went on their own separate ways. Details are still not confirmed. John continued to make music while Renate virtually disappeared and never spoke publicly of their marriage ever since. John met his longtime partner David Furnish at a dinner party in 1993. They get married in a civil ceremony in 2005. With the help of a surrogate, the couple welcomed their first son named Zachary Furnish John in 2010 and their second child Elijah Joseph Daniel in 2013. After a year later, they got married in Britain after the laws that allowed gay marriage, specifically named Civil Partnership Act. So reflection. I think his childhood and adolescent stage of his life was the most crucial and life-changing because at this part, he didn't know anything yet. He was still learning and developing his likes and interests. These things were dependent from his surroundings. This sphere of influence wherein we gain knowledge and development from our environment is called socialization. In a more specific tone, the process by which a person learns to be a member of a group, community, or society. According to the biography of him, John didn't have a good foundation in his family. Although his parents were musicians and it helped influence John in pursuing music, they still didn't give him the chance to discover what he wanted, especially his sexuality. Even his own father and later his mother disliked and disowned him at some certain point of his life. That is truly heartbreaking. Furthermore, this interaction with his mother when he was still young showed that homosexuality at that time was frowned upon. Then became his success in life. He was able to express his sexuality and feelings. Although marrying Renate was not successful, he found his significant other David after a few years. He even got close in losing his life due to substance abuse. However, he quit and was sober for many years to come, even starting a charity organization for those who have problem with HIV and AIDS. As a closer, here is a recent video of John in 2019 giving advice for young LGBTQ people who are struggling with their sexuality or gender identity. This is Romeo Fisriel Esdalmo, and have a safe day and thank you.
What do you want to say to kids, LGBTQ kids who are still struggling out there?
Just be yourself. Don't let anybody do you down. I've been very privileged because I'm in a business which kind of accepts gay people. Although I came out quite early. I'm very privileged. There are kids that aren't privileged. They come from poor backgrounds. Their parents don't understand. Religion gives them a hard time. If you're unhappy at home, leave.
Really?
Leave. Leave. Don't let anybody torture you for being gay or for your sexuality. Leave. Life is full of adventures. Always have hope in your heart. Stay away from drugs and just try and be as true to yourself as possible.